Hi and welcome guys back to Aussie's Motor Tips on YouTube. Thank you for joining us, and thank you once again for the comments on my latest videos. Even bad comments are appreciated. Feedback in general is really good as well. These are not meant to be serious videos, they're meant to just be raw as you can really much bear. I headbutting the car in one of the videos, also getting drenched and stuff like that. It's raw, but they're also there to help you. So thank you very much for the comments. They're much appreciated. Anyway, onwards to why you've tuned in for. It's bike safety checks. I'm going to be doing this on my Suzuki GSXR 750 SRAD fuel injection, so no carbs. It's a beast, and with a beast comes danger. So we've got to do these checks, especially if you haven't drove or rode them, sorry, for a few months through the winter, etc. Do not take chances. Check your stuff before you go out on the road, especially, like I said, if it's been parked up. So that is tyres, that's chain. We'll go through them in a minute. So please check them, okay? So let's go quickly to the bike now and let's have a look. It's on its paddock stand, ready for your inspection. Okay, we'll go through a list. This list isn't in any particular order, it's off the top of my head of things that I personally check. People have different checklists, which doesn't really make sense, but yeah, it's true, you know. But this is common sense checklists. But this video may save someone coming off. This applies to 125s, 750s, 1000 cc's and above or below. It doesn't matter. All you motorcyclists need to check this stuff. Okay, save your own ass. Plus protective equipment on you is a must as well. Okay, so let's go to the bike and let's do these checks. See you there. So as you can see, we're at the bike and we're about to do the safety checks like I just said about. It hasn't been rode, so this is actually for me as well. So what you want to do is you want to begin at the tyres, definitely at the tyres and the wheels. You're checking for the thread depth, which this is pretty much a brand new tyre, so that's all good. All the way around, as you can see, my chicken strips are right on the edge, kinda. That's me banking over corners. But yeah, we're checking for nails, any cracks, and tread, like I said. And this tyre's pretty new. I didn't long put it on, so that's good. Go to the front. Do exactly the same on the front, but obviously this isn't on a paddock stand on the front, so it's a little bit more awkward. The biggest thing that I look for on the front is if it's flat, which it's not. They're still pumped up. That will indicate a nail or something in it, but no, we're good. Also, whilst we're at the front, you want to check these seals. These forks have fluid in them, so the best way to do that is to take it off the paddock stand, which I'm not going to do. Put the front brake on and then just push the bike forward, get the suspension working, and then if it leaves a ring, which you can kind of see a ring a little bit there, look. So I'll look into that. If you see a big ring though, you have problems, don't go to the road, because you have a leaking seal on your front suspension. Also, whilst we're here, we'll check the discs, any warping at all, any step on the edge here. Checking that, but that's all looking good. These pinions here on the disc can wobble. That's moving the whole bike, so we're good. There's no play on these pins, on these pinions. These joints here, basically. They can warp and they can move. On the other side, we'll do the same. That's good. There's nothing there, and no ring on this side on the suspension at all. A little bit of rust here, but that's expected. Okay, so there's no leaking from the calipers here. No leakage here. That's a bit rusty there though. Not really liking that much, but easily replaceable. Okay. So looking at the headers, they've seen better days, but that's all fine. I mean, there's no cracks in the exhaust or nothing. So going to the rear of the bike now, checking this disc. There's no joins, as you can see. The only join is here, but that's actually attached to the wheel. Again, you've got bearings in here, so I'm going to wiggle the wheel. There's no play in it, so that's good. Also, that's free spinning, so the brakes are not binding down here. That's your caliper. So we're checking this, checking for a leak here, which is your banjo, which sounds really dodgy, but it's harmless. There's a banjo brake line there, which goes into behind your piston, forces your piston against your pads. That's all good. So now you go to the chain. Now the chain is probably really important, I would say. Now what I'm looking for as I'm spinning, see if there's any teeth missing on this sprocket. I know there isn't, but as I'm turning, every one of those teeth are looking good. And that's the sprocket. Also, let's see if the chain is too loose or too tight. And that's the kind of movement you want. That's semi-tight. There's about an inch of movement from top to bottom. That's about right. That's all good. Nothing wrong with that. So your gear selector now. This one here has seen better days. I must admit, I'm looking into a new one of these. It's a lot of movement here, which isn't the best. It's not going to get me off the bike on an accident, but yeah, that's not the best. So this setup is a little bit custom. These are not stock. I didn't put these on. I brought the bike with these on already. So yeah, we'll be looking into that. Extra washer, I don't know, something like that. So I'm just checking the radiator hose here, just because it's easy to inspect. There's no cracks or nothing. Nothing there. You can see right down in that. The beauty of the bikes is there isn't much in your way to inspect anything. And this side, see the oil filter, that just there. Okay, one sec. There's always something in my video. Okay. So now, this I wouldn't take to the road on this right now, okay? Because this is unsafe, and I'll tell you why. Ready? I knew that anyway. There's screws that go in the back of the seat, which holds the seat in place. So that's unsafe. So I wouldn't take to the road right now. with that. Also, you want to test your lights. So turn the ignition on, check the horn, check, turn the lights on, and we have low beam, full beam, low beam, full beam. Awesome. Also at the back should be light on. Awesome. Now what's going to be really hard is that's your brake light working. Obviously this is all common sense stuff, and I want also the brake light working on both brakes. So that was the lever and the brake here checked. Also, you want your oil level checked. So we'll go down to the spyglass, and as you can see, oil level is good, although it does need an oil change, which I will record, but that's just below full. Yeah, so it needs maybe a top up, but it doesn't matter. That's not going to keep me off the road. So all the lights are checked. Kill switch was on, so the fuel did not start pumping through. Also indicators will be good. And as you can see on the wall back there, the front one's working. On the other one now. It's good. Obviously you need to indicate other drivers where you're going. Okay, so ignition can be off now. We'll put steering lock on and keys out. Okay, cool. Obviously I'm not going to start it. One, because it's late, and two, I'm not going anywhere at all. Okay, so another test is the brake, the back brake. So I'm going to spin it as fast as I can and then apply the back brake. Ready? Instant stop. That's good. One more time. That's beautiful. So we definitely know the back brake's doing something, even though I'm personally unhappy with the back brake on this thing at the minute. There's no way of checking the rear suspension whilst it's on this paddock stand, but what you do is basically just sit on it and jump on it, basically. If you've got rebound and you know there's a smooth movement on the suspension, then you're good. Like I said, on the front suspension, just pull the front brake lever whilst both wheels are on the floor, and then just push forward violently, and the suspension will then compress, and it should be smooth as well. And check obviously for rings of suspension fluid. Then the next check is to sit on the bike and obviously adjust mirrors as according. Awesome. Then it's a good idea probably to check the fluid in your front reservoir for brake fluid, .4 in this case. Got to check inside there. If I take all this cover off, you can see the level. Also, you want to check the level here as well. You can see that's full, so that's good as well. Okay, so yeah, the light's gone out on my phone because the battery's coming out. They're running out, but that's okay anyway because we've covered it all pretty much. So if the battery goes, it's okay. I'll do the outro, I'll charge it. The outro, the summary. Obviously the clutch, if there's play in this, there is a bit, that's free movement as well. So maybe the clutch cable's going a bit old, but that's nothing, it's nothing excessive. If that's excessive, then you've got problems. Don't go out on the road, because you don't want the clutch cable to snap on you whilst you're doing the speed limit. Cough cough. Yeah, that's about it, I think. But please check that chain. I think that's the most important bit. So that's the GSXR checked, and I'm happy with it. I'm happy. We'll do a bit of a summary now, just a bit, nothing major. And like I said, I'm really happy with the bad boy. It's a beast. But that's what you check, okay? Please do those checks. So I hope that all made sense to you, that safety check. It probably would pay to start the engine after all that, and check exhaust leakages and stuff. But just remember, guys, a clean bike is a happy bike. So, you know, each time you get grubby, each time you get caught out in the rain and the snow, whatever, get back, clean the essentials at least, and the bike will look after you back. I've always done that. I've been biking for, I don't know, like 22 years maybe, something like that ish. You know, come and go with 125s and all that, maybe 25 years. And that's how I've always treated my motorbikes. A clean bike is a happy bike. But please do those checks, whether you're a 125 or you're a MotoGP racer. Those checks are key to your safety. Also, what's key to your safety is your gear. Please check leathers, helmet, boots, gloves. My gloves are starting to perish, so I'll be getting new ones. But yeah, please check that tension on the chain. An inch, I would say. An inch movement is enough. A few mil, too tight. Centimeters, too loose. Get it changed and get the wheel alignment done at the same time as well. Most swing arms have got like marks on them each side, so match them up and you've pretty much got the alignment there done. So yeah, that's a bit of a tip for you. Where your nut and your bolt goes through the back wheel, you'll have on the swing arm marks, okay? Match them up and you'll have alignment done, okay? That's only if you've got the chain tension correct. Okay, right, cool. I'll leave you with a cool video on the GSXR. Enjoy and do those safety checks. Ciao.
Every single day, I'm gonna make something great. That's my way. Every single day, I'm gonna make something great. That's my way.
Now, if you'd excuse me, I'm going to have my Terry's chocolate orange, my fish finger sandwich, and probably some McCoy's. I'm bloody hungry, and it's bloody dark too. So if you excuse me, I'm going to stuff my face and maybe do another video tomorrow, maybe. Okay.